What's going on, guys? How are y'all doing today? So I figured I'd just hop on here and do a little quick live, mostly because I didn't get to thank everybody. They told me happy birthday. I went through the comments, I tried to, but I've had a really crazy, busy, hectic day, and I just wanted to come on here first and foremost and tell everyone, if I didn't tell you, or I'm going to tell you again, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I appreciate you guys so much. Y'all are all so nice, so kind, so generous, and I just want to say thank you. It's been a good day. Bro's hemorrhoids. Anyway, so this is the first time I've got Snake out to have just a normal holding sesh in a minute. I mean, like, it's been a minute. So if you guys remember the last time I went live, as a matter of fact, last time I went live, Snake had mites, and I was in the process of cleaning him and cleaning his cage, right? Which took like 2 weeks to get all the mites off of him. 2 weeks of baths every day, and I had to clean his cage, I think, 3 times. So he was out without substrate, and then he had to eat, so you're not supposed to touch him after they eat. So it's been a big mess. Dude's had a hard time. But we're having our first exercise session in like 2 weeks. So I'm going to keep him out the whole time I'm on live, and he's just going to hang out with us. He's part of the family, because I'm weird. Instead of getting a cat or a dog or a normal pet, I figured my companion of choice would be a ball python. So... So this is going to be a short live, granted, because I'm very tired and I would like to relax this evening. I've had a long day. So I'll probably stay here for about 20, 25 minutes, something like that. 9 o'clock's the goal. So I want you guys to ask me anything. Ask me lots of questions. I want to answer as many questions as I can for you guys. Ask me anything about life, about Snake, about the gym, about Christianity. I got my Bible right underneath my phone. I got my phone propped up on my Bible, as a matter of fact. I can move that and get into the Bible if we need to. Y'all just let them rip. I'm going to answer as many as I can, and keep spamming the likes, guys. And thank y'all for the gift so far. You guys don't have to do that, but if you guys have need any advice, any questions, let her rip. Let's get this party started. This is my birthday party. My dad was asking if I'm going to be celebrating tonight, if I'm going to be partying. I said, yeah, I got big plans. See, I knew this morning that I was going live to talk to you guys. I got big plans. I'm going to go hang out with my family, my Overboe family. Serena says, am I excited to graduate? Not particularly, because I don't know what I want to do, and I don't really want to get into the workforce, because then that would take more of my time. Gigi, and I'm so sorry I missed your name before that, but someone sent a birthday cake. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I don't really know what I want to do. Okay, I know what I want to do with my life. I know my goals and things like that, but I like how I have a lot of free time right now, right? Grace, thank you so much for the balloons. I like how I have a lot of free time right now, and I know that when I go get an actual job, that I'm not going to have a whole lot of free time to be able to do things like go live or be able to make videos or go to the gym the way I want to. It's going to take a lot of my freedom away, and I'm not looking forward to that, perhaps. So I have a couple options the way I see it. I could either A, join the Marines, or B, be my own boss. But the only problem with being your own boss is you kind of have to work for someone first before you make up any kind of credibility for people will actually, hire you. So kind of in a lose-lose situation. But I know that God will take care of me and help me figure it out. Be your own boss. See, I want to, but it takes time. You like my haircut? Thank you. I do too. It feels so much better. You have no idea. So I just got done with cardio. I did cardio before I got on here. I did cardio. This is not sweat. This is water. Then I took a shower and ate dinner. Then I hopped on here. But it feels so much better. When I had long hair, my hair would get sweaty, and it would just be sweaty all day and then I'd have to run water through it, obviously, because it's sweaty, and that's disgusting. And then once I did that, then it was wet, and it takes like 2 hours to dry, right? Unless you blow dry it. And then I just didn't like blow drying my hair when it was long, because I don't like the way it looks. And so I just pretty much would walk around with sweaty hair all day, and then I'd get it wet at night, right? And then I'd just let it air dry. That's what I usually did. That was my hair routine. Sweat and sleeping on it. But I do like longer hair. I think I just, go back and forth between long hair and short hair. Short hair feels better. Long hair is cool too. It's like kind of like when you're in your winter Batman arc. Maybe short hair for summer, long hair for winter. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. I do like changing it up. You can rock any hair though. I appreciate that, but not necessarily. If my hair goes any shorter than this, my face starts looking stupid. Not gonna lie, dude. I want Snake to go around my neck like a necklace because that's hard. Do I have a name for Snake yet? No, guys. His name's just Snake. His name's just Snake. He kind of needs a name. It's a little bit disrespectful that I haven't named him, but I just haven't heard a good name that I'm content with. Keep spamming the likes, guys. We're up to 4.7K. That's crazy. Looks great. Well, thank you. Thank you. She did cut it a little bit shorter than I wanted, but it's finally grown out just a little bit, so it's starting to look a little bit better. I want to see if Snake will go around my neck, because that makes me look like a cool mafia boss. Sit on my head. Actually, I don't really want you on my head. You can go around my neck, buddy. Yeah. You guys like my new necklace? Cliff Booth. Cliff Booth, that's Brad Pitt in that movie. Name him Nordre? I don't know what that means. Uh-oh. Is he trying to kill me? Someone screenshot this. My snake's trying to kill me. I hope I don't get modded for that. What's the breed? He's a ball python, and the specific morph is clown morph. He's a clown morph. He's pretty, isn't he? He's got good colors. I actually like the way he looks. A lot of ball pythons are like really dark and kind of just like black and with a little bit of yellow, but I feel like he's primarily yellow with a little bit of black. I really like his morph. So I've done really, really bad at seeing you guys' comments, but now I've got them on screen, so I'm going to try to get to as many of you guys' comments, questions as I can do right now. I want to help you guys out as much as I can. That's my New Year's resolution, be able to help you guys as much as I can. So boom. Fire away. When did I get my snake? I got him a couple months ago. No, I got him, it was the middle of January. I got him middle of January. And see, I would have gotten a dog or a cat instead, but my stinking apartment has a $550 pet payment fee for anything that has 4 legs. I figured, well, he doesn't have legs, so I don't have to pay the $550. I didn't want to pay $500 on top of getting a cat or dog, because cats or dogs, if you get a good one, which I already know what I'm going to get whenever I do get a dog. I'm going to get a Doberman. I'm going to get his ears clipped. He's going to be fire. But those guys are kind of expensive, and I didn't want to pay $500 on top of that. So I said, I'll just get a snake. The problem is they live forever, so I may have to sell him to one of you guys at some point or something like that. Snake is hugging you. Yeah, I know. He's a sweet boy, isn't he? Yeah, not worth it to pay. Snake is better. I agree. Snake's way better. Plus, I can weaponize him if I want to. Which I guess I could weaponize a Doberman too. Yeah, Dobermans are awesome. Fave big dog. I agree, Megan. Dobermans are really cool. Nice snake. Thank you, Jesse. Happy birthday. Thank you so much, B-Day Twins. Jenny, thank you so much for the birthday cake. I didn't miss this one. I appreciate you so much, Jenny. Isn't Mo afraid of snakes? Yeah, but so am I. You'll take snake? I'm probably going to have to give you guys there's someone the snake at some point, because I can't keep him my whole life. I'm just renting him. Someone asked something about the snake that I was going to answer, but I forgot what it was. Thank you for the birthday cake so much. Thank you so much, SDC QCM. Someone told me you look like a Doberman. That's a compliment. Garrett, can I say what movie I was in? I can now, because the NDA is no longer valid. I was in the movie Babylon. It's in theaters now, or it was in theaters, and it should be coming on DVD soon. I was in the movie Babylon. Hannah, thank you so much for the paper crane. I appreciate that so much. Where's my brother? He's at work. Because he has an actual job, unlike me. I'm unemployed. I'm a loser. I actually am scared of snakes, but just fear. I always have been scared of snakes. Used to be until I got this guy. Even still, if I saw a snake in the woods, I would run away. So take that for what you will. But you just have to realize, guys, that fear is not real. Fear is nothing more than a figment of your imagination, and it only has power over you if you give it power over you. So I know he can't kill me. If he tries to kill me, I know that I can kill him better. You know what I'm saying? Just be the killer, not the... I'm going to get banned saying that so many times. Where's he going? I don't want him to go down there. Why did my brother's account get banned on TikTok? His account did not get banned. He just deleted his videos. He was tired of it. He's tired of TikTok. Snake getting too comfortable. I know, Snake. What's Snake up to, boy? What's that boy up to? Got your ball python right now. You playing with him, Little Miss? How old is your ball python, Little Miss? Uzma, thank you so much for the balloons. Imagine you spice the shit out of my neck. Why do we have the same snake? Do we actually? Do they look the same? Same morph and everything? I should recreate a 2020 POV? No thanks. Is this his tail? What is this? What's he doing? Yeah, it's his tail. Oh crap, he's got a hold of my necklace. Uh-oh. Hannah, thank you so much for the hanging lights. How's he feeling? He feels soft, so he should... Back when... Oh my gosh, guys, I forgot how much crap the snake has been through since I got him. So he... When he had mites, he also shed in that process. He shed his skin, and he had to feed in that process, so it was a big mess. It's a big mess. So he feels pretty good. He's nice and soft right now. He has fresh skin. What do I feed him? He eats 2 live mice once every 2 weeks. What made me want to get a snake? So I actually don't know. I'm very impulsive, and just the thoughts that come into my mind, I believe, even though it's a snake and that may be hard to believe, I believe they're from God, kind of. I just kind of follow the impulses in my head because I believe they come from God. And one day I just woke up, I was like, with a really strong urge in my heart, I was like, I want a pet. And I was like, what if I got a snake? And then I thought about it, I was like, well, I'm scared of snakes. And I thought about, well, what good is a man who's afraid of snakes? Like, what am I going to do if I have a future family and there's a snake in the yard and my son comes in crying, oh, daddy, there's a snake. And my wife's saying, oh, I'm not touching that thing. Garrett, you better go get it. Now, we have 2 options. Is pre-snake, Garrett. Hannah, thank you so much for the duck. I appreciate that. No, scared Garrett can go outside, say, oh, that's terrifying. And then run away, go inside, grab my shotgun, and probably blow its head off. That's not really a good look. My son doesn't just need to see that. Really? He doesn't need to see that. Or I could conquer my fear of snakes, learn how to not be scared of them, and just go pick it up and throw it over the fence and look like a badass in front of my family. So that's why I got a snake, to conquer my fear, and honestly because I just felt like it. I just do what I feel like usually. Is Mo doing okay? Yeah, he's straight. When did I cut my hair? It's been a minute since you've seen my videos. Well, welcome back. I didn't see your name. I'm so sorry. I missed your name. But I cut my hair a couple weeks ago. About a month ago. Nathan Esser. Hello, my fellow influencer. What's up, bro? Thank you, Jen, for the mariachi hat. Your dad always cuts them in half with a shovel because of your chickens in the yard. In my opinion, a child does not need to see that. Snakes are the best. Mine's so sweet. How long have I been a Christian? Good question. So I've been a Christian. I was raised in church. I've went to church my entire life, but I would not say that I was a Christian until I was about... How old would you be in 5th grade? I didn't really believe in God until 5th grade, when one of my friends was telling me that he thought the rapture was coming. Believe it or not, 5th grade. A 5th grader was telling me that he thought the rapture was coming. And I got so scared. I don't know why. I just got so scared one night that I was like, okay, I need to get right with God as a 5th grader. So I started praying, and I felt like God just saved me that night, and I started reading my Bible. And now that's not to say that, Megan, thank you so much for the crown, and someone just sent a swan, thank you so much. And that's not to say that I haven't faltered in my faith a couple times, but because I certainly have. I've went through stretches where my faith maybe wasn't as good as it should have been. Erica, thank you so much for the hand hearts. But ultimately, I've always come back to my faith and I've always been a Christian since that moment. But if you guys are Christians out there and you guys can relate to that, then you know that sometimes your faith may waver. You may not be as strong as you once were in your faith. You may sin sometimes. And what really matters most is that you just come back to God. And I always have. And He shows me things, and He shows me the ways that I'm supposed to live and what I want out of my future. And that can only come from serving Him. Great question. For my religion. Not necessarily. I bounce around. I'm a big believer that all church is church. That you have to go, if you're a Catholic, you can only go to Catholic church. If you're a Lutheran, you can only go to Lutheran. See, my dad was a Lutheran. He was raised Lutheran. I'm baptized Lutheran. I'm also baptized Protestant, though. Baptist. A lot of people think that you can only be one or the other. You can only be Jehovah's. Well, you can't actually. You actually can only be Jehovah's Witness. I'm pretty sure that's one of their laws. But Baptist, Methodist, all these kinds of things. To me, church is church. I'll go to any church and I'll get something good out of it. I go to Lutherans. I go to Baptist. I go to Church of God. I've went mostly to Church of God. Churches in my life. Great question. So I need to get better at names. I suck at names. Missy Moo, ain't this the guy that made thirst traps in 2020? We don't talk about 2020, but yes, I believe I did. What do I consider sin, sincerely, Kat, and how do I deal with sinning? So anything that, first and foremost, anything that feels wrong is probably wrong. Like if you do something you feel bad about it, it's probably not the best thing to do. It's probably a sin. But also anything it says in the Bible that is sinful, you should just stick away from. Some things are Old Testament. Some things are subjective to sin, but ultimately just stick to the Bible. Stick to what it says in the Bible and follow your heart. That's the best advice I could ever give you. Have I ever done anything with Jehovah's Witness? No, I've not, Josie, but I actually would not be opposed to it. Do I respect Muslims? I respect everyone. I do respect everyone. Regardless of if you believe what I believe, regardless of your sexual orientation, anything like that, I respect everyone. And I love everyone because that's what the Bible says we are supposed to do. You just got my views on LGBTQ. Does my wife have to be a Christian too? Preferably, but I really don't see myself ever getting married. Why do I have a snake around my neck? I don't know. Why don't you have a snake around your neck? Ow. Why is this tail sharp, low-key? It kind of hurt. Jesus said to love everyone, you meant. Agreed. He did say to love everyone. He's got my necklace. Why is he trying to riz me up? Can we get a close-up of Snake's face? Yeah, I got you. Got a little bitty head, don't he? Is that a real snake? No, it's fake. You'll be my wife? Thank you, Allison. Have I ever been bitten by my snake? No, he's been a good boy so far. And actually, he probably should have bitten me on a couple separate occasions because I've kind of put him through hell. Not gonna lie. I mean, I've been a good owner. He just had a rough couple of weeks. He had a stretch there. It was a rough couple of weeks. Snake's so happy. He's a good boy. He is a good boy. Good boy. You had a typo before, LOL, and I'm doing great as a Christian. That's okay, Lady Flynn. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that, but I could always do better. We could all always do better. It's important to acknowledge what we are doing good so we can give ourselves the proper credit due, but it's also important to hold ourselves accountable to where we're not doing good. I have a bad habit of thinking my faith is better than it is. Like sometimes if I'm really tired or if I would just rather relax and watch a movie, I really try to read my Bible every night for like 30 minutes, but some nights if I'm tired, I'll just only read for like 10 minutes, and just because I don't feel like it, which is really a little bit unacceptable, and I need to do better about that, because I just think, well, my faith's pretty strong, but it can always be stronger. You could always know more, you could always be closer to God. Why not get married? I really don't think God has anyone out there for me, and I've seen my parents split up through divorce, and I don't know if I've ever seen a married couple that was actually happy, and I've only had negative experiences in dating, and I really just don't think that that's something I want to pursue, at least for the immediate time being. Maybe one day I do want a son to get married for that, but I just don't know if God has anyone for me, not going to lie. Who am I rooting for in NCAA basketball? Look at that sign right there. I'm rooting for them Tar Heels. Now, the Tar Heels stink, and I don't know why. They were ranked number 1 at the beginning of the season, and they're not even ranked now. They may not even make the playoffs. They kind of suck. I don't know why. They're supposed to be good. It's a little bit ridiculous. I think they might have some injuries. But that's besides the point. They're still going to win. They're still going to win. UNC. Now, I'm not going to bet on them by any means. I will not be betting on them. If you guys didn't know, I am a sports bettor now. My brother is a sports betting guru, and we're launching a site soon. What do I want for a birthday present? I just want you, Karina. Is that all right? Do I live near North Carolina? So I live in Georgia. Look at him. He's giving me a head massage. Thank you so much for the panda, Erica. I appreciate that so much. Miami Heat is your fave. So that's not an NCAA team. That's an NBA team. But Miami Heat's pretty cool. My favorite team is the Grizzlies. But I don't really care. I don't really have an NBA team. Not that you asked, but you know. We're all in God's timing, G. Don't worry. He's still creating her for you. Well, I hope not. If so, she'll be 22 years old, 22 years younger than me. I hope she's already been created. Not gonna lie, the cranberry juice and bread is different at church. Hey, go to a Lutheran church. Or a Catholic church. You get communion every week. The church I grew up at, we only got communion like very rarely. I can marry your daughter in 10 years. Well, thank you for the blessing, Jen. Appreciate that. What kind of snake is that? He's a ball python, for those of y'all who don't know. They're very docile. They're good pets. Chipper, thank you so much for the Choco Strawberry. Didn't know that was a thing. He's currently gripping the heck out of my arm. Feels pretty good. You guys have any other spiritual questions or gym questions? Those are the two things I'm most passionate about. And, of course, snake. That's what I really love talking about. But if you guys have any other needs or any other advice requests, shoot. Full of wisdom, full of knowledge. Mite's gone. As far as I know, the mites are all gone. Elok, good memory. Chipper, thank you so much for the cake. Is Snake smooth? Yeah, he's really smooth. Have you ever held a snake? Were there times when I ever doubted God? Yeah. Yeah, I've always had, not always, but yes, there have been times where I have doubted God, and what ultimately brought me through was just getting in my Bible, just reading my Bible. Have I read much on Paul? There are so many movies about him. Yeah, I've read the entire Bible, and I've read lots of things about Paul, but not as much as I know about some of the other ones. I've only read through Paul, the parts about Paul once, but the parts from John I've read like 5-6 times. The New Testament I've read a lot of times, which I know Paul's in the New Testament. That's besides the point. Paul's idolized a lot of the time. My dad's name's Paul. What did I think of the Noah movie? I actually thought it was not bad. Have I ever been to Catholic Mass? No, I have not, but I actually kind of want to go. I didn't think that Noah's movie was that bad. I think it gets a bad rep, to be honest with you. Undeservingly. How do I get over the fear, or how does anyone get over the fear of death? You just have to know that you're going to a better place. I don't fear death. I could die anytime and be fine with it. You just have to know where you're going. Happy birthday, by the way. Thank you so much, Alexa. Age, I'm 22. I'll definitely have to watch The Dinner with Bruce Marciano. Thank you, dear lady. Have I talked to my gym crush yet? Yeah, that was satire. I don't have a gym crush. My voice is so soothing. Thank you. Catholic Mass is good. I should go. So question. Am I allowed to go to Catholic Mass if I'm a Protestant? I know it's pretty exclusive. I'm baptized, Lutheran, and Baptist. But I wouldn't mind going to a Catholic Mass sometimes. Because I feel like this may be an unpopular opinion. I may get some heat for this, but I don't care because I feel like this is what God's put in my heart. I believe the Catholic Church is a little bit closer to what Christians are actually supposed to be, and what Jesus actually wants his followers to behave like, because it hasn't been popularized by pop culture, and also it sticks closer to the original translation. If I'm not wrong here, which I could be, the Catholic Church goes off the King James Bible, which is the oldest version of the Bible, which is the least translated, and I believe the more translated a Bible is, the more translated it is, the less accurate it becomes. Have you guys ever played that game in like preschool or middle school where you whisper in someone's ear a sentence and then they whisper in the next person's ear a sentence, and then they whisper in that same sentence in the next person's ear, and by the end it's a completely different thing than the first person said? I believe to an extent that's what's happened to the Bible. Now, I believe that God would not allow the Bible to become too far off the path to where we couldn't understand it, because he's all-knowing, he's supreme, he's all-powerful. But I believe it's also human nature that we're going to make mistakes. I believe there are probably mistakes in the Bible, though. And this is really going to catch a lot of heat, but the modern churches, I think they let more things slide than they should. They popularize and praise things that are inherently sinful or borderline sinful, and it's all just about, it's kind of just becoming all about, oh, you can go live exactly however you want to. You can go, if you're not in this church building, you can cuss as much as you want, you can do whatever you want, you can go be sexually immoral, you can do anything you want, but when you're in these buildings, you're a Christian, God loves you, which is true, but it empowers people to live a way that we're not really supposed to live. And the rules that it talks about in the Bible are not so much rules to keep us from doing the fun things in life that society wants us to do, like party, drink, smoke, drugs, sex, all that kind of stuff. It's to protect us, right? It's to protect us. Someone said, I can go to Catholic Mass, I just can't take communion. You good? You good? That dude just fell off my neck. Did y'all see that? He fell straight from my neck to the ground. Handled it like a champ, though. Did y'all see that? Dude fell. You heard the flop sound? I hope someone recorded that. Dude fell straight to the floor. He's strong, though. He's tough. He's a good boy. She's okay? It's a he. Put some respect on his name. Coming to the live to the snake falling. That's hilarious. That's actually so sad, though. How's the book writing going? So the book writing is on the back burner for now. I've had some other things I'm working on, and I actually currently feel like it's too good of an idea that I could do it justice for. I don't feel like I have had enough life experience or know enough to be able to write a good enough book on the topic that I want to talk about it on. So I'm going to get some more life experience first to where I can actually offer a good book out there and write the best possible book. Because I could grind it out and write a 7, 8 out of 10 right now. Or I could wait a couple years and I could write a 10 out of 10 book that's really going to change the world. So that's the plan. Can snakes get a concussion? I don't know. I'll have to ask him when he wakes up from his. Any plans of coming to LA? Not at the moment. I actually don't particularly like LA, but I would if a good opportunity persisted. What does my family think about Snake? Unfortunately, they don't like him. We have the same birthday? Well, happy birthday, Sandra. I hope you have a great day. I hope you've had a great day. I could go through 5 drafts until I get the perfect right. That's not a bad idea, Taya. And I may finish the draft I'm working on, but I'm not going to release it until I know for a fact it's as good as possible. I may pick it back up when I get some more time. I'm pretty packed right now. I'm pretty booked with the gym. I spend like 2 hours in the gym every day. Got school going on. I got some other little side projects I'm working on. So it's pretty busy. For someone who doesn't leave the house, it's pretty busy. Do I miss Christian Plord? Yeah, I do. Christian's my brother. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. Well, snake is crawling through my necklace. That is so awkward. You thought the snake was a gift like the sunglasses? Imagine. What am I studying in school? Industrial engineering. The snake stinky? No, he smells fine. You're not over the way he fell? That's pretty funny. Have I gone to Kingdom Hall, aka Jehovah's Witness? No, I've not, but I would not be opposed to it. Am I allowed to go as a Baptist Protestant non-Jehovah's Witness? I'd be open to it. Would I ever visit the UK? I would. Thank you so much for the butterflies, Erica. So, let's see, Madison. I'm going to answer your question, then I'm going to answer a couple more if I can, and then I'm going to get off here. Christian's music is great. I agree, it's really good. Any tips on going to school with anxiety? With the anxiety disorder? So, I can't speak for experience because I've never struggled with that personally. I know how you feel so it's hard for me to explain or to understand how you feel and say that I know how you feel, because in reality I probably don't. But Madison, I would say that depending on your faith, God can always get you through anything you're struggling with. God's always the number one answer. Always. That's always been my experience. If you don't know what to do, just give it to God and he can take care of literally anything. But also, from a practical standpoint, just try to do whatever calms you the most. Gosh, this dude's wrapped around my necklace. Just try to be as calm as possible. Try to do something that makes you happy. Try to just focus on your friends. And the reality that none of it really matters. If you're anxious about an assignment, 5 years from now, I can promise you that it's not going to matter. As long as you pass high school and have a decent grade point average, it's not going to matter anything in 5 years. So just try not to stress yourself out so much over it, and just focus on the things that make you happy, and to an extent, just ignore the things that you don't like. Google's how to become a snake. That's hilarious. Am I okay? I'm straight. Is it your last school year? I've got 1.5. Snake is crap. He's all kinds of tangled up around my necklace. Thank you for the meteor shower, Bree. I really appreciate that. Yeah, anyone who wants to join the Jehovah's Witness meetings can despise anything. There you have it there, guys. What about heat's mice? Alright, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit. I'm going to hop off the live now. Let go. I'm going to hop off the live now, and I'm going to go get some rest. It's been a long day. I'm going to go watch some Netflix. But I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. If y'all have any questions, concerns, feel free to reach out. I'll do my best to get back to you. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, all the gifts on here. You guys are truly the best, and I'm blessed to have you guys. I appreciate every single one of you. God bless y'all.